Let's go back for a moment. I mean, way back. Before there were any mountains, before the oceans had their boundaries set, even before the very first star was hung in the heavens, someone was already there, right beside God. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most incredible, most profound revelations in the entire Old Testament. You see, the book of Proverbs drops this incredible mystery right in our laps. It talks about this figure called wisdom, who is with God from everlasting. But, I mean, who is this? Is it just an idea? Some kind of abstract force? Or is it someone far, far more significant? Someone who's been hidden in plain sight all along? Let's dig in and see what the text itself has to say. Okay, so the very first thing we have to get our heads around is this. Proverbs chapter 8 isn't just some lecture on how to be smart. Not at all. It introduces us to wisdom as a distinct person. I mean, this wisdom, it speaks, it calls out, it loves, it rejoices. That's not the language you use for an idea, right? That's the language of a living, breathing being. Now, I want you to just let the weight of these words sink in for a second. This person, this wisdom, is claiming an existence that comes before everything we know. From everlasting, from the beginning, before there was ever an earth. Just think about that. That's an absolutely staggering claim of eternal pre-existence, and it was spoken centuries and centuries before Christ was ever born in Bethlehem. And believe it or not, it gets even deeper. Wisdom wasn't just some passive observer, just watching things happen. No, this verse describes an active participant, a master craftsman who was right there, working alongside God. And just listen to the intimacy here. Daily his delight. I mean, that paints this incredible picture of a profound, joyful, eternal relationship right at the heart of everything, during the very act of creation itself. Okay, so we've got this mysterious, eternal figure. The big question is, who is it? Well, the beautiful thing about the Bible is that it doesn't just leave us guessing. It actually provides its own clues, connecting this ancient Old Testament voice to a New Testament reality. So let's follow the evidence that Scripture itself lays out for us. All right, check this out. Look at how the Bible itself connects these two figures. In the Old Testament, wisdom says, I was there when the heavens were established. Simple enough. Now jump over to the New Testament. The Apostle John, talking about Jesus, writes, all things were made through him. You see that? The role is exactly the same. The time frame is exactly the same. Scripture is literally drawing a straight line from the master craftsman in Proverbs to Jesus Christ, the agent of all creation. Now let's take this a step further and talk about authority. Over in Proverbs, wisdom declares, by me kings reign, flat out claiming to be the source of all earthly power. Fast forward hundreds of years. Jesus is standing before Pontius Pilate, the very symbol of Roman power, and he makes the exact same claim. You could have no power at all against me unless it had been given you from above. It is the same voice, the same divine sovereignty, speaking across both testaments. Okay, so a quick but really important point here. Some people get hung up on that word possessed back in verse 22, and they think, aha, that means wisdom was created. But if we look at the original Hebrew word, kana, it reveals something much deeper. It can mean possessed, sure, but it also means brought forth or established. It's all about origin and relationship, not about being created out of nothing. Think about it this way. Eve uses this exact same word when Cain is born. She says, I have gotten, kana, a man. Cain wasn't zapped into existence. He was brought forth from her. In the same way, this word is describing the son's eternal relationship with the father, not a moment he was created. And this right here is probably the most crucial point of all. Look at the ultimate claim being made. Wisdom says, for whoever finds me finds life. Simple and profound. And then what does Jesus say centuries later? I am the way, the truth, and the life. The voice is the same, the promise is the same. Both of them are presenting themselves as the one exclusive source of true life and favor with God. At this point, the parallels are just undeniable. So let's just quickly recap. We've seen the clues, the role in creation, the claim to divine authority, being the very source of life. The evidence is just overwhelming. But you know what? We don't have to just rely on connecting the dots ourselves. Let's turn to the New Testament and see where it gives us a direct, explicit answer about the identity of wisdom. And you know, this is the beauty of how Scripture works. It will often raise a really profound question in one place, and then, somewhere else, it provides the crystal clear answer. The mystery of Proverbs 8 was never meant to stay a mystery forever, and the Apostle Paul, well, he's about to unlock the whole thing for us. And there it is, as clear as day. Paul doesn't say Jesus is like wisdom or that he has wisdom. He makes a direct identification. He states plainly that Christ is the wisdom of God. That's not a metaphor, folks. That's a title. That is his identity.
Let's just break this down for a second, because this distinction is absolutely vital. Paul is not saying that Jesus was just a really wise teacher. No, he's saying that Jesus is the personal embodiment of the very wisdom that was there with God before creation began. He is the living, breathing reality of what we read about in Proverbs 8. This is a statement about who he is, about his very being.
So, what does all this mean? Well, understanding this identity, it changes everything. It takes this huge, cosmic, eternal idea and brings it right down to a deeply personal reality for every single one of us. Let me show you how.
This verse right here might be the most stunning verse in the entire chapter. Get this. Before humanity was even formed from the dust of the earth, the eternal wisdom of God, the pre-incarnate Christ, was already looking forward with joy. His delight from all of eternity was with the sons of men. It was set on us. Now I want you to connect that eternal delight to the greatest event in human history. The very same person whose delight was with us before the world was even made, he is the one who became flesh and dwelt among us. You see, the incarnation wasn't some kind of plan B. It was the ultimate physical expression of an eternal love that was already there from the very beginning.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Wisdom isn't just a bunch of knowledge we're supposed to learn. It's not just a moral code. Wisdom is a person we are meant to know. The goal isn't just to accumulate facts about God. The goal is to know him. Jesus isn't a path to wisdom. He is wisdom.
And this entire revelation, from the ancient words of Proverbs all the way to the letters of Paul, it all leads to this, a personal invitation. It's a call that has been echoing across thousands of years, and it demands a response from every single one of us.
This really lays out the choice with perfect clarity. Look at what wisdom says in Proverbs. Whoever finds me finds life. But the consequence for rejecting wisdom: all those who hate me love death. Now look at what Jesus says in the Gospel of John. He who believes in him is not condemned. And the consequence for not believing? He who does not believe is condemned already. It's the same voice, offering the same choice, with the same eternal stakes. The message has never changed. And so we end right where this whole mystery was always leading, to the person of Jesus Christ. He is the answer to the ancient riddle of Proverbs. He is the eternal wisdom of God made flesh. He isn't just a source of truth. He is truth. He isn't just a guide to life. He is life. The question that Proverbs 8 so beautifully asks, Jesus Christ definitively answers.